What's good, everybody? It's Travis. Welcome in. We are going to do a first look today at the newest Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon set called Paradox Rift. And so, I'm not going to delay it anymore. We're going to get into it. Let's go. My head shot down, and so I'm levitating over the Comix Cafe logo. Let's see. Yep, I am. So I pull myself down here. That might be better. We'll see. We'll see what happens next time. Totally forgot. All right, so there was a pre-release this last weekend, and so I was there hanging out. Got to see a lot of folks out playing. And I got to bring home a couple of these. Well, not a couple. One of these in 3 packs. So we're going to open a total of 7 packs today. We're going to take a look at what is inside, as is our tradition when we get one of these for the very first time. We will be giving away the codes, but I don't know that the codes are working yet on the TCG Online, the Pokemon Online platform. So you may have to come back for these at a later date. So when we open up the box, I'm going to slide these other 3 packs over so as not get them confused with what we have in the box. So in the box we have an insert, and the insert basically kind of gives you an introduction to kind of the idea behind the set, kind of a backstory, so to speak. Building tips on how to use this build battle bundle. Some fun artwork down the border, and there's a QR code there. That you can go in and you can fill out an online survey. And then you can be entered to learn about your car's extended warranty. Just kidding. So then there's also a page that is basically like a checklist. So if you're like me, this was one of my favorite things to do as a kid, was when I got something like a set of cards, whether it was sports cards. I wasn't really in, Pokemon really wasn't around when I was a kid as far as really an IP or it was like a collectible card game. When I was a kid, collectible card games weren't necessarily a thing. But you're sitting there going, you're old. And that's true. Paradox Rift. I love the logo. It's very cool looking. All right, so inside you will also receive, ooh, that's cool, a Chi-Yu. That's sweet. So you'll get a deck, a 40-card deck. As we discussed before, you could literally just play this right out of the box. It's got all the energy that you need, and it has a good selection of, and we're going to open it up too because we want to see what's inside of this. It's got a good selection of trainer cards, and it has your evolution, chains. Really all you're doing when you're opening up the other booster packs is you're trying to potentially add maybe more copies or something else in the types that you're already playing, or if there's something that's able to be kind of what I would call splashed in, so something that requires only normal energy, or just there's a lot of ways to go about it. But that's your promo card. You get an insert as well. Again, it talks about Chi-Yu. It talks about the other things that the deck is trying to do. And I like that because, if you literally have not played very much, this is a great way to kind of introduce what it is that you're getting into with this particular deck. So there's Chi-Yu. Sorry, I'll get it where you can see it a little bit better. There we go. Very nice. I'll slide that back just a little bit too. Okay, and then in addition to Chi-Yu, you also, and that's the promo version, so you get your energy cards. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 psychic energy. Oh, 9, 10 psychic energy. Okay. It put some other energy. That's interesting. Usually all your energy is kind of clumped together, but it was kind of mixed and mishmashed there a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So 7 fire energy. So it's more psychic than fire, but just barely. It's 7 fire and 8 psychic. And then your Flittle, your additional copies of Chi-Yu. So you get 4 copies of Chi-Yu, a play set there. You get 2 copies of Espathra. You get 2 copies of Flittle. You get 2 copies of Natu. You get a Xatu, which is the Natu's evolution. And also the Espathra is also the Flittle evolution chain. You get an Iron Moth. That's a really cool looking card. I haven't really looked at much of this stuff, so even the design here, so it's future. That's really sweet looking. Oh, that's interesting. Then you have, so Elekid is splashable because it doesn't require any energy, which is nice. It does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Wow, for nothing. That's pretty sweet. You get a Magby, which is also a no energy attacker. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if it's knocked out, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Wow. Little retribution Pokemon there. And then you get your trainer cards. You get a Clavel, a Jacques, there's Mela. I've not seen Mela before. It's pretty awesome. Parasol Lady, Tulip, Youngster, Mezagoza, Earthen Vessel. Okay, so Earthen Vessel has Ancient written on it. It says you can use this card only if you discard another card from your hand, search your deck for the 2 basic energy cards, or reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle your deck. And then an Ultra Ball. Hey, there is a code. That's for you, for hanging out. Okay, so you have Future, you have Ancient, and now I'm going to go over here real quick and see if it tells me anything. If I see the keywords, it may just be that it's pointing to the reality that there are cards from the future and there are cards that are ancient, and there's this been Paradox Rift where those two things have basically come together. So that's kind of neat. Very flavorful. All right, now we have 4 packs in here, and then we have 3 additional packs. We're just going to open them up, share that experience, and go from there. I'm watching, and I'm seeing that my audio, I had to fix the audio for the, in Streamlabs you have different feeds, not feeds, different kind of like channels in Streamlabs. And so when you adjust the settings in one, it doesn't necessarily adjust the settings in the other. So I had to go and adjust the ones here to make sure that I had audio. So we have a Trubbish, a Crustle, an Onyx. Ooh, I like me some Onyx. Flittle, Zebstrika, Luxurious Cape. Not just a regular cape. Not a run-of-the-mill cape, a luxurious cake. Ambipom, Future Booster Energy Capsule, Reverse Hollow. That is really cool. Blitzel, Reverse Hollow. There's an Aegislash. It's rare. We got our basic energy, and there is a code for you. Very cool. I'm going to keep all this over here together. So in that one, that was a single rare. That Reverse Hollow, but that's just like a trainer tool card. I'm not used to seeing those Reverse Hollow. Normally, if I'm correct, it's only Pokemon that are. Is that not true? Maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I feel like you don't often see trainer cards in Reverse Hollow. I feel like it's almost always Pokemon. Gimmighoul, Mindfu, like some of that fighting type. Purloin, Ferroseed, Toadscruel. There's another ancient card, Screamtail. It's like a prehistoric. It's kind of crazy looking and neat. I like it. Technical Machine, Devolution. There's a Honedge. There's a Doublade. What in the world? That was kind of cool. Honedge and a Doomblade back to back. So it gives you the. And you got a Golisopod. Another rare there. Yeah, Psychic Energy. There's a code. Thanks for hanging out. Put the energy and the codes off to the side. This is really cool. I really like opening up new sets just because it gives you an opportunity to see some stuff you haven't seen before. You begin to, I'm already thinking about my GLC decks, what I could include. There's a Neckley, a Nickit, a Nimble. It was like a very alliterative first 3 cards. Yamask, Snorlax doll. Aww. Don't we have a Snorlax? Don't I have a Snorlax? Yeah. There's Snorlax. Aww, look at him. Tinkaton. Tatsuguri. Illakid reverse. So you could throw that in the... So if you pulled that, you could throw that in this deck. Fuecoco. There's a Groudon. Another Fire Energy. And a code. I will go back as soon as we're done opening these particular packs and talk about, just briefly what I might find myself adding to my sealed deck if I was playing. But again, this is just first blush, not really doing much research. I would suggest if you're going to play in an event, go ahead and do some research because you're going to spend some money to do it. So you might as well do some research just a little bit just to give yourself a chance. A Gibble, Panpour, Blitzel, Bound Sweet, Explode. It's one of those. Mila, it's the second Mila. There we go. There you got one in your deck as well. Slitherwing, very cool. Charcadet, reverse. Porygon 2, reverse. Ooh, another future. That's sweet looking. Iron Jugulus. Wow. Man, look at that. 5 normal energy. Oh, okay. But if this Pokemon has a future booster energy capsule attached, this attack can be used for 3. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, all right. Reading the card explains the card. Turns out. There's the code. All right. So knowing what we have, and we've got, I kind of find myself locking into the types that you get. That may not be super smart, but you got fire and you got psychic, and then you got stuff that can be used without any energy. So obviously your Iron Jugulus could be used because it uses normal energy. So any energy can fill those spots. In addition to that, you also realize that we pulled a future booster energy capsule, which goes really good with Iron Jugulus. So you only need 3 other if you attach that to it, which is really sweet. Plus, this has it do 20 more damage. Dude, that is really cool looking. Just seeing the texture. I don't know if you can see it's not textured, so to speak, but it's like pixelated on the right side there. It's kind of neat looking. So I think those would be an auto add. Now, obviously, you're going to look at other fire stuff. You look at fire stuff. You're going to look at other trainers. You're going to look at normal cards. You're going to look at things that that don't require any energy for the attack. So, another Elekid would not be a bad idea. You got more psychic stuff. You got the Snorlax doll. I don't know if that would work very good. This is kind of what I would do. Like if I'm playing an event, I'm going to go through, okay, so Screamtail would maybe be in there now because we're running Psychic. Go through and just kind of pick out stuff. And then once you've done that, now you can go back and go, okay, start reading the cards and go, okay, this is good because... And then you start to narrow things down. So, like, I would just set all of these cards, and you may be going, no, don't set that aside. But I would set every one of these cards aside. I wouldn't even give those a second chance. This is definitely making it in. And then, but the thing is, like, you're gonna, if you add, you're gonna have to take some stuff out. You don't want to run. I don't think you can run heavy in events. So you have to decide what to leave in, what to take out. Honestly, looking at this, I might be tempted to try to go straight psychic. Didn't get a lot of fire support. But that would require taking out kind of the namesake promo card at the very front of the deck. So it's one of the things. It's kind of a hard call, but it's definitely something that you would work through as you're playing a pre-release event. All right, so and now let's just assume that we made all of the correct choices, right? We made all the correct choices. We made an excellent deck, and we get to the end of the day, and they say, "Congratulations, you now have 3 prize packs you get to open." And so let's just pretend, shall we? Pretend that we won it. We have these prize packs to open. Let's see what we walked away with, because we didn't really pull any what I would call like incredibly unusual cards, like special art or anything like that. So we didn't see any of that in those original packs. So we're going to set this all aside just a little bit. Let's just go through and see what we got. We got a Wimpod. We got another Elekid. We got a Tinkatuff. Trubbish. Future Booster Energy Capsule. Screamtail. Wow. Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle. A Flittle. A Woog Trio. That was a reverse and 2 reverses in a row. And our rare is a Palkia. Very cool. There's our basic energy. There is code card. It's our first rare, but we're pulling more of the future and ancient stuff, which is kind of neat. I feel like those are going to be fun to play with and try to game plan around. There's a Gimmighoul. Oh, Wiglet. Ooh, Jirachi makes the return. Ability. Prevent all damage counters from being placed on your bench Pokemon by effects of attacks used by your opponent's basic Pokemon. Wow. That is kind of cool. Parasol Lady. Rika. Gourgeist. Kind of cool. Okay, so we have a ancient trainer card, Professor Sada's Vitality. Choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy from your discard pile to each of them. If you attached any energy in this way, draw 3 cards. All right, so that's like, okay, you're going to play an ancient deck, basically. Veluza. Another Snorlax doll, but this is a reverse holo. That's cute. Porygon Z is our rare. And there's the code. Last pack magic. No, I would say no big hits yet. And we've been seeing that, right? We've been seeing the hit rate of Pokemon go down. We were spoiled there for a while in the sense of being able to pull a lot of stuff, and it was really fun to pull. But the reality was, once you got down to brass tacks, a lot of that stuff didn't have a lot of value or wasn't maintaining value after the cards were released. So if you pull something good out of this, chances are it's going to actually hold value. Crustle, Onyx, Flittle, Nickit, Ferrothorn, Cursed Duster. If a Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack your opponent's Pokemon, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Yikes. Okay, I see something back here. We've got a special card. Orbeetle, Crocolore, Reverse Screamtail, love it. Into Frostlass EX. That is sick looking. Very cool. Pull it up a little bit further so you can see it. See the texture, and that is really cool. Evanescent is the ability if this Pokemon is in your active spot and is knocked out, flip a coin. If it's heads, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize cards. Okay, so it could turn into a 1 prize card. That's kind of cool. There's a basic energy, and there is the final code card of our video today. I hope you've enjoyed kind of picking through. It's funny that we saved our last pack for the card that was a special print rare, that Frostlass EX. I don't know what kind of value that's holding right now, but I still love opening stuff like that. It's so much fun. All right, well, I hope you caught the code cards. Again, I said they're probably not going to be working yet. Takes a while, though. Once the set is released, and I think those codes go live, so you may want to, bookmark this and come back and watch it again later. But if you really want to support the channel, then I would encourage you to go to our channel's main page and watch another of our videos, or maybe it'll show you over here another video that we have that you can watch. But watch some more of our videos, and if you feel like liking them, if you feel like subscribing, if you feel like commenting, feel free. I think that would be really awesome. I appreciate everyone who watches. Y'all, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Hope y'all have a fantastic day. Later, y'all. Such a cool... I love looking at these new cards. They're so much fun. The future booster energy thing is kind of neat too. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. Hope y'all have a great rest